Yo, what is up, everyone? Today, we're diving into one of the coolest features in Microsoft Fabric that's going to change how you work with your data stored in SharePoint. That's right, we're talking about shortcuts to SharePoint, a feature that lets you bring your SharePoint data directly into Microsoft Fabric without copying or moving anything. Imagine connecting to structured CSV files and unstructured text documents right where they live. So you know what we like to do? Enough of all this talking, let's head over to my laptop. So the first thing you need to do is you need to have a folder in SharePoint in your document library. And so you can see I have a folder in my documents called sales details, and there's two folders in it. There's a CSV file. There's a folder that contains lots and lots of CSV files. And then there's a folder that contains unstructured text documents. And I'm going to open this up just so you can see, right? It's just text in the document. And so what I want to do is I want to use this data in Fabric because I want to find out, based on the feedback that the customer provided, what's the sentiment of that order? What did they say? Was it positive, negative? Was it neutral? So now that I have my data here in SharePoint, I'm going to go over to Fabric. And in Fabric, I've created a lakehouse. And in my lakehouse, I'm going to create a shortcut like any other shortcut you've created today. I could use get data and create some pipelines or data flows. I can use a notebook and write some Python. Not going to do that. I'm going to use a shortcut. And so I'm going to choose new table shortcut. And you'll see two new options. Microsoft announced these options at Ignite, and yours truly got to announce it in the keynote. And so you can choose OneDrive or SharePoint. I'm going to choose SharePoint. And now I can use an existing connection or I can create a new connection. If you're going to create a new connection back over on your SharePoint site, if you grab this part of the URL and go paste the URL, be sure to give it a really good name, and then it'll be ready to create. For me, I'm going to use an existing one because I've done this before. You see there's my SharePoint, and I'm going to click next. So we're going to create two different shortcuts. The first shortcut we're going to create is directly to the CSV file, just for some dramatic effect. So you can see there's my shared documents. If I expand this out, what you'll see is I have lots of folders, and my data is in my sales details folder. Expand that out. You'll see the two folders appear here shortly. I choose my CSV, and you'll see the CSV files right here. When I click next, this is part of the magic, right? It automatically detects that these are CSV files, and it's going to convert it to a managed table for me. I don't have to do anything. I don't have to write any code. I don't have to create any pipelines to automate this or orchestrate the movement of it. It's just going to happen for me. So when I click next, I just need to give it a name. And so I'm going to rename this from CSV to sales. Be sure to check right here and click create. And when I click create, what's going to happen is you may be off put a little bit when you see what happens. You're like, hey, Patrick, what's going on? But when this window goes away, you see that window pop up, and then you'll see it's going to start moving right there under your notifications. And then you're going to see an unidentified folder. And so what's happening is the process of taking that data, pulling it out of the CSV and creating the delta is happening. While that's happening, we're going to create another shortcut. So let's go over here. We're going to do new shortcut table, and we're going to choose SharePoint again. We're going to choose my existing connection, and we're going to click next. And you can see that one finished. So we'll look at that in just a little bit. So we're going to expand this out. We'll go to sales details. And this time we're going to choose the text file, and we're going to click next. And now what's great about this is it's going to say, hey, you have some text in here. Do you want me to do some AI on top of it? Yeah, I wanted to do some sentiment analysis for me. And so it's going to say transforming the data. Let me give this a better name. Let's call this orders feedback _ txt, just so I know these are from text files. Okay, we're going to click check here, and we're going to click create. It's going to follow the same process as those CSV files. And now you can see my sales table is created. And if I click it and take a look at the data, what you'll see is that that data has already been loaded into a managed table for me. That data is still out in SharePoint. I just created a shortcut to it. And anytime I add more data, change data, it'll automatically update for you. But let's check on the progress of the other shortcut. So we're going to go here, and you can see, hey, it's not done. It's still working on it. And so I probably have a little indicator here. I'm going to choose manage shortcuts. It's going to open up, and you can see, oh, it said it's completed. Let's give it a go. Let's refresh this, see what it did. Oh, look at there. It has automatically parsed out those text files for me. So you can see my document level sentiment, and you can see the sentiment of those files. And then it does it at a sentence level for each one. And then you can see there's my file name. So it does a really good job of handling this for me. So now that we have all of our data shortcutted in the lakehouse, I'm going to switch over to the SQL Analytics endpoint and open up a query. So I have a query that I've created. And this is not just any query, right? I can run all types of queries. You can see I've created a common table expression. I'm doing some regular expression. I'm looking for indexes in this so I can parse out the order ID, doing some concatenations because I want to have the file path, doing some filtering. And this is against those text files. And then I do a join out to the sales table, which is a list of those CSV files. I join that common table expression, which is referencing the text files. And I do a quick join and I can run this query and I can look at the sentiment of the customers that currently buy products from me. What? Is that not insane amazing? This isn't the end of the story because you know what happens in the real world. More CSV files, more text files are going to be added to SharePoint. So let's simulate that. So you can see I have February, January, and March. What I'm going to do is I'm going to upload some files and let me go back. I have some demo data that I've created. I'm going to upload April and May. In the past, if new data was uploaded, what would I need to do? I need to schedule something and run a pipeline that would execute some notebooks or do something like that. Not anymore. After new orders come in, what comes after that? More feedback, right? So I'm going to upload some files here and we have some updated files. And so I'm going to get all those files and go ahead and upload those, and we'll wait here because guess what? There's actually a new file for 1005. 1005, and I'll show you, was actually, if we switch to the report and we choose positive here, you can see 1005 had positive sentiment, but I got a notification from my team that was wrong, that was associated to the wrong order, and we needed to get the right one. And so if I go back over to my lakehouse and I go here, what we should see is that the manage table options, something should be kicked off. You can see right here, it's in progress because I uploaded some new files to SharePoint and it detected there's some new files, there's some updated files, there's some change files, and now it's automatically syncing that data into my lakehouse for me. So now it's finished. We'll go over to our endpoint and let's run that query again. Let's see if we get more data. Sometimes it takes a little bit for it to sync up. Let me do a quick refresh of my schema here. There we go. And let's do another query here. So we have all the data, but we're not going to dig through this. I'm going to jump back over to my Power BI report. Remember 1005 was positive sentiment. Let's click away and get that filter away. I'm going to do a quick refresh of my data. I did this in import, but you could do this in direct lake. You can see I have more orders. If I choose positive, 1005 is not under the positive anymore. If I choose negative, there's 1005. And that's why I created that concatenated column. So if I open this up, you can read it and it's like they're extremely disappointed with this order. But now using shortcuts and Fabric and Power BI and SQL, semantic models and all these things, I can actually gain the insight I need to take a more proactive approach at resolving these customer feedback issues. All right, what do you think? Any questions, comments? You know what to do. Are you using these shortcuts? I'd love to know. Post it in the comments below. If you want to learn more about Fabric or Power BI, it's probably a video flying above my head. And as always, from Adam, Martha, and this guy, thanks for watching. We'll see you in the next video.